Hi, you're watching 20 Questions with. I'm Victor Reardon. Before you enjoy the video, hit the like, hit the bell, subscribe, drop to the comments as well, and tell me how amazing my intros are. Thank you so much. And introducing Blackson. How are you doing?
I'm good, my G. What about you? Are you good?
I'm always good. Right, let's go.
Really
so
good.
First of all, we're just going to start by saying a bit about where you grew up, what your early years were like, and for some background on the man behind the music.
Okay, so originally from Ghana, I'm 34 years old. I was born and bred in Italy. I was born in the south of Italy, and then when I was like 3, I just moved up north. South of Italy, I mean Naples, and then I moved up north in Verona, is the city of Romeo and Juliet. And what else you said that you wanted to know? Like the man behind the music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We want to know.
Oh,
What made you you.
okay, so my background is from hip hop. I grew up listening to a lot of rap music, doing freestyle battles, and going to rap shows and stuff like that, performing as well. And I always been like that, the calm guy, trying to, the one that will crack jokes and always trying to be in the center of attention. And because of that, it was easy for me to stay on stage and do my stuff. And basically after that, I decided to do rap because I felt the need to actually start um, talking about myself and also explaining my surrounding, like what I see in my life. So fast forward to 2015 when I decided to move up north. I mean, in UK. What happened was that I moved in UK in 2015. I was in London and I got to know Stormzy, like his music. And through that, I felt like, you know what, I like this stuff about grime. Let me go and do my research, dig in and stuff, as a hip hop head would do. And then I discovered Wiley and Roll Deep and like all the man them. And I felt like, you know what, I don't know anyone that in Italy is actually doing this type of music. I want to do it. So I decided to actually experiment in that. And, you know, that's why Blackson now is in UK and is doing his thing with grime music.
So for you, it's strictly British grime. Do you listen to any like international rap? Like for me, I'm a kid of the '90s, so it's Eminem. Like it's like the
Yeah,
whole way. But like I love Devlin, like Stormzy. There's a
yeah,
bunch of really good ones.
bro. Like to be honest, like I listen to a lot of rap from different places. Like in terms of like UK sound, I love gigs, for example, in terms of like hip hop, UK hip hop.
Yeah,
A Star from Manchester, for example. Grime, talking about grime, like there's a lot of people that I actually rate. Like there's DWE, there's Wiley, there's like Frisco. Like I listen to a lot of things, like a lot of music. And back then, when I was back in Italy, I used like one of my favorite rappers was Kendrick Lamar. It still is.
yeah.
And J Cole as well is one of my favorite. Like
Brilliant.
I listen to a lot of J Cole because I like the way he raps and the storytelling part, and also the punchlines and the rhyme schemes and that. So I'm really a fan of black music in general. So I've listened to a lot of music before that was from America, and now I'm more concentrated to the UK scene because it's actually where I live, and also where I actually like. I feel there's more talents coming out. So
Yeah,
yeah,
more so now than ever. I feel like
yeah, exactly,
you've got a young generation be inspired by multiple generations coming before them who paved an
exactly,
amazing way. And the British rappers that have been coming out the last 10, 20 years are fantastic.
exactly. And the thing is, like if you go back, like you can actually see that there's like a generational thing because like before the grime, it was like the jungle era. Before the jungle era, it was like the reggae era. So you can see the multiple generations passing on like music culture, and you see the younger generation trying to evolve it into something new. So I really feel like UK is actually really vibrant right now because people are understanding there's a generational culture related to music that is being passed on from generation to generation, like from the oldest to the youngest. So it's really interesting.
Absolutely, and you got the best time in the world to be doing it. I've got a friend who's a grime artist called Tantalizer. It's his rap name.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, it's more like, uh, and it's a great
I
time
like the
because
name though.
it's pretty cool. It rhymes with like you could do that all day. But he like, and for many, you've got an opportunity now where you're connected to everyone. So whereas before you'd have to, find your spot, perform as and when, and just try and get somewhere, get 2 minutes. Now you just jump online. You can drop a track on Spotify today, and if
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
good,
Like it's quite easy. It's quite easy. Like if you are an attention seeker, there's no time better than this to actually, put yourself out there. Obviously, you need some talent as well. But yeah, this is the right time to actually like, get yourself like, get people to know you. When I first started doing rap, it wasn't like that. I remember like back in my city up north in Italy, like we were like, dressed like hip hoppers, with like baggy jeans and stuff. Like they were looking at us like, what these guys like? We were like, we were the weirdos, if you get what
yeah,
I mean. But now, like now, rap is not more like about it's not like before that you would look like you were a weirdo because it was a new thing and people couldn't understand it. Now is part of the culture. So even a 60-year-old woman that sits at home all day watching TV knows who Snoop Dogg is. So
yeah.
that makes sense, Like now it's part of everything. It's part of like everyday life. So it's easier then to actually jump into the bandwagon and try to do something with it.
100%. I don't get me wrong. Some of the old boys are getting in it as well. There's the Big Baz and something, I can't
Yeah,
remember, the two old boys, and they're
Pete
amazing.
and Baz,
Pete and
Pete and
Baz,
Baz.
you can't even knock
No,
it.
they
You literally can't even knock it.
yes, absolutely. Like these two guys are literally killers on the beat. Like serious, serious. Like at the beginning, I thought that it was just like the one hit thing. Like they just come out with one hit and that's it. But they're actually good in rapping. They're
And
actually really good.
this is what I love about the internet, is being able to see all this thing, because like it's just like
Yeah.
you're never going to see my granddad rapping. Like it's just not a thing, but it's absolutely
But the thing is,
fantastic.
like, it's crazy because people would just most of the time people don't take seriously those things. It's just because we have this situation going on where like we couldn't actually go to see like our favorite artists like performing, not like before. But I'm pretty sure that all the people that are actually talking, excuse my French, talking shit about them, they will probably like when they see them live, they're probably gonna change their mind. They're gonna be like, no, wait, this guy's actually good.
Yeah, if
Because
you
most of the time it's just like that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter what country you're from, your age. If you've got skill or
Exactly.
talent, it literally it's just it doesn't even matter. All right, I'm gonna jump straight.
Exactly.
I'm gonna jump into official question two. Right,
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Italy is stereotypically viewed as suffering from quite a bit of racism. What was it like growing up black there, and did you experience much racism?
Well, my friend, like I was reading an article about Italy, like when was it? Today. It was like a couple of hours ago before actually talking to you. And basically Italy is rated as like 85% of the population in Italy is stressed. So you have to think about this situation of like huge stress, like the people don't have trust in the government, first of all. People are stressed because they pay lots of taxes. People are stressed because like the government and criminal organization are colluding together to steal more money, public money. So then the population actually they look around and they try to find who's guilty about all this, and people from a different background become the target.
Yeah,
And this has been like this since ages. So I'm not justifying racism, but I'm just trying to give like an understanding of like how it is to live in Italy, because it's a really nice place, cool place to go for holidays if you have manners and stuff. Even though they don't speak English well, but if you have manners, you go there. You don't go there all like proud of being, let's say, where you're from, and you just try to understand how the Italian culture is. It's perfect. But if you go there pretending to be like, oh, I'm English, for example, I'm British, and I want people to speak English. They're just gonna be nasty to you. So going back to that, yes, it was racist. There was racism. There is still racism. And growing up in Italy wasn't simple because, like, for example, even in elementary school, I never had a girlfriend, for example. Like, I never had, that elementary school phase where everyone is like, there's little couples popping up, and stuff, you experiment your first kisses and whatever. Never had that till when I was like, I think 16 or 17. So that makes you understand the type of, like, rejection that is there. And even the people that are not expressively racist, or like they don't do it, like they don't really feel like they are racist, maybe inside or subconsciously they do stuff that is actually racist because it's part of, like, the environment, it's part of the way you grow up. So then it's difficult for them to realize that maybe some actions are racist. So yeah, it's a difficult thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you always know it's going to be a little bit awkward when they say, "I'm not racist, but."
Well, exactly, man.
And
exactly.
then the eyes go, and you're like, "All right, okay." Okay.
It's exactly what happens in Italy. Like, I'm not racist, but there's not but, like.
Yeah. No, it's. And how did you become involved in music? That's.
I became involved in music because of my sister, my older sister, and my brother, for two different reasons. Because my sister, when I was really young, she used to go to hip hop clubs, and the DJ would normally give her like a cassette,
yeah,
with all like the DJ set on it. So then she used to come back home really late at night and then play the cassette during the night with the Walkman. And we're talking about old days, man.
Oh, we're going back. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we're going back, like we're going back to 90s. Like, my brother actually got me involved into music through beatboxing because my brother is a drummer. He's a really good drummer. He used to play for various churches back in Italy. And through beatboxing, he teach me how to do beatboxing. And through that, I got to know some rappers locally. Actually, we're good in freestyling. So because I was good in beatboxing and they were good in freestyling, we became friends. And then, like, we were always going around and like rapping and stuff. So then I started rapping, and then I started doing freestyle battles and that. And then it just took over from there.
Where's your freestyling on a level now?
My freestyling on a level now, I say like is a 7, because when I was actually doing battles, I was like freestyling every day.
Yeah.
So I was really like, it was really easy for me to like create punchlines and stuff like that. Now I do freestyle to find flows when I'm recording, but it's not specific on the words. It's more about like trying to get the vibe, catch the vibe, and understand how to flow on the beat. But if I actually start, maybe I'm still able to to spit some bar, So I'll say a 7.
We're gonna get there, right? You were in an afro-Italian hip hop group called, wow, I should have pronounced Man Calamania. Did I say that right?
Manca Melanina.
Manca Melania. Okay. You later stated that was a good answer for the history of racism in Italy. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, basically, like, Manca Melanina was, like, I say the first rap group of Afro-descendant, components in it. So it was me, another guy called Tommy Kuti, various people, and we were in this crew. We were all like Afro-Italians, and like the name itself means like without melanin. So what we were the message was that in Italy, in the Italian scene, there's not melanin in the hip hop scene. So we were the one with the melanin, try to, bring the black, energy into it. So like black people doing black music in the Italian scene, where like I say 90% of the rappers in Italy are all white. So that makes you understand why we call ourselves without melanin. It wasn't towards us, it was towards the scene. So yeah. And it was also because of the racism. So it was powerful. When we were all together, it was really powerful. I'm not gonna lie, because everyone had a different style. I was the one more aggressive. Then there was another one that was more chill. Another one that was more like another one that was more, let's say, on the Afro beat type of vibe. So it was cool. Like when we was doing like posse tracks, it was really good. And in different, like in the individual projects, it was still cool to hear like the different aspects of the components of the group.
What made you develop a more aggressive style as opposed to the laid back or like, you know, the...
Well, I think the racism was a really big component, like, to be honest, because as I said, 85% of people in Italy are stressed. So imagine a young black dude, really ambitious, talented, that wants to make it in Italy and sees like all the doors being slammed on his face, you know. I feel like like if I don't get angry, I'll not get a response. So now, like in my life, I'm a laid back person, yes, but when I'm on stage, I just try to get all the energy back, because on the stage, you need to understand that you can't fuck with me because of my past and because of what I've been through. So that's why I started with this aggressiveness on the beat.
I think that's the best thing though. When you're an artist, that's your expression. So how that comes out, out. If you've got to be aggressive to do it, then you be aggressive to do it. It's getting the message out. You know, like same thing for a comedian. Like if they go out, they don't mean half the thing they're saying. They just say it.
Exactly, they're just saying it because it comes out like this, and like you just have to take the art form, not like the person behind the art form. Because of course, like I like to do different styles of music. I have some laid back songs that probably will come out soon, but like is another aspect of me that people don't know, that I'll find a way to share with the people, like with the people that follows me. But like I feel like the aggressive part of me took control, because like I needed to give a message out there that like Blackson is here to stay. So that's why I decided to do so.
You originally started off making hip hop, but later gravitated towards grime. What made you go against the grain and choose a genre that doesn't seem to have strayed far outside the UK? Although that is changing.
What do you mean by that?
So grime is more popular within the UK community. Like a lot of Americans, that's why there's such a big channel for Americans react to grime, because they don't get it, they don't understand it, you know.
Because I think, you know why I decided to go on grime, because I think grime is a cousin of hip hop. It's not exactly hip hop, but the roots are the same, because we're talking about reggae and dancehall. So we're talking about like the bass culture. We're talking about like the culture clash culture. We're talking about like the clashes culture, for example. So let's say Eminem versus Proof on a stage in a battle freestyle, for example.
They did that, didn't they?
I think so. They were friends, but I think they did that.
Yeah.
And put like Skepta versus Wiley in grime, and then you put Ninja Man versus Capleton on stage. It's basically the same thing, because the roots are the same. So like we always clashed, but in different forms, in different art forms. And that's what fascinated me about grime, because grime is so aggressive and so ignorant sometimes that you can just express yourself without thinking about like, you know, spitting on time, or it's just the energy that you bring in. So I feel like, you know what, this is actually even better than hip hop, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to go straight on that. And also because I wanted to show Italy that there's different art form out there. There's more, it's more raw, it's more on an energy level and less about what you're saying, but how you're saying it. And I think it's more real.
Oh, 100%. And the genre's forever changing. It always will. It'll always evolve. And
Exactly.
And that's the best thing. It's like where it's at now is the best it's been in a long time. Did any
Yeah, and also I need to say that like I had the chance to meet Wiley to talk about like how grime originated and that, and like he told me that grime was basically Ghana and Jamaica clashing on the mic basically, and that was actually what came out of it. Like, and it's incredible because as a Ghanaian, I feel like this is actually my thing. You understand? Like, I feel like something was attracting me from the start when I first started to listen to it. There was something that was attracting me to actually start doing it. And if I think about it, there's a lot of Ghanaians actually in the scene, like Lepo B, the same Stormzy. I think I don't remember his name right now. Oh, DJ Rascal, like, and the list can go on and on. Temper T. So I feel like I'm in the right place, even though I speak a different language. I'm in the right place.
I love that you related that back. Like, yeah, you're Guardian. That's that thing. As a Scottish, all I have is I have bad stereotypes and bagpipes. So it's like it's not the same, but I'll take it. I'll take those bagpipes all day. Right. Is there much of a grime scene in Italy? If so, can you say a bit about it? Who are the main artists and how big is the scene?
There are some artists, you know, like they're quite good as well. Like, for example, I shot a video with Miss Freety that she collaborated with me on my album that just came out called Outsider. She's really good. She started grime before me, to be honest, and she's quite known in the scene as well. And there's Yodaman as well, that is from Naples. Now he lives in Milan. I've been collaborating with him as well. And then there's some guys from Rome as well called Grime Spitters. They're quite good. So let's say that the scene now is starting to develop because there's a lot of connections as well in terms of like friends of friends that actually live in UK. So all of these people actually had the chance to come to UK to some shows and stuff. So that's why this thing is picking up in Italy as well, because we actually really trying to get involved into the scene. It's not just trying to steal the culture and doing the Italian version of it. Is really trying to get to connect the dots and to bring something to the table as well. So yeah, is a scene that is about to explode soon, but is something that we're building, you know, little by little.
Oh, no doubt. It doesn't sound like stealing from the culture. It sounds like taking the best elements and finding the things that inspire you and the things that you enjoy, and be like, I'm going to use a bit of that and I'm going to use a little bit of that, and meld them together like that. That's the best way to do it. It's like respect what came before you, but there are new artists coming up. There's Tantalizer, there's Blackson, there's .emc, there's Tantalizer. There's loads of these great names that if you haven't heard yet, you will hear. Or you can guarantee that you're going to hear .emc, you're going to hear Blackson, you're going to hear these names, you're going to hear yourself, obviously. Like that. It's the best time in the world. I keep saying it, but it's genuinely true.
Absolutely. Like, it's really the best time in the world. Also, like, I got to know this guy that is organizing Global Grime. Is Chris from London, and Chris is actually trying to polarize all the MCs in the world that do grime into this big movement, and it's crazy, you know, because I had the vision of Italy, he has the vision of the world. And it's massive. This thing is massive because, for example, if you go to Brazil right now, there's a massive grime scene right now in Brazil that like you're gonna have goosebumps if you see what they do. And there's so many things in common as well in terms of lifestyle and also sounds. It's crazy. And so in Indonesia, so in Poland and so on. So
Mexico.
It's crazy. It's really Mexico, Russia,
strange one,
like Russia as well. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
I've never heard a Russian rapping. I feel like that's. I need to.
I'll send you some links.
Yeah, I see myself going down a really deep rabbit hole after this, and I'm quite excited about it. Right.
Yeah, I got collaboration with a guy called Mufasa that is from Russia. The guy is sick. The guy is sick on the mic.
Mufasa
the King. Yeah.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, trust me, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, what would you say are the main obstacles to making grime in a country that isn't stereotypically known for it?
Well, I think the sound, because like the sound could be a bit aggressive. So because of that, like either you like that type of sound or not. I won't say the lyrics because at the end, like people listen to gangster rap, so like I don't see any kind of difference in between like what we say in grime music and what they say in gangster rap. I say probably just the fact that it's a different sound, and because of the different rhythm, it's difficult to actually like understand if it's more danceable or more listenable. Is it correct? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just own it. Yeah.
I think that is the thing because like in Italy they tend to really um, put things in the boxes. So this music is danceable. Okay, so we put it in the danceable box. This music needs to be listened to in your bedroom. That's it. So something like rhyme that's in between that probably you want to jump or scream, or sometimes you find someone like Devlin that is actually spitting like bars and metaphors and like making really sense. Then it's difficult to understand if you have to jump with it or you have to listen to it or you have to dance to it. So because of that, it makes everything for someone that is from outside difficult to understand. But that's the like I think that's the magic of it as well, because then you decide what to do with it.
Yeah. So I respect about Devlin though. You've got the you can go community outcast, and then you can go bitches, and then
exactly.
and like completely switch up the style and just like each one is different as the next, and like
exactly. Like it's really impressive. Like the way Devlin can switch from one style of rap to the other is really impressive. Like I think like my favorite one is the featuring with Wiley on Wiley's I think last but one album that I think it was Holy Grail. Yeah, Holy Grail. No, it's not Holy Grail. It was something else. I don't remember. But yeah, that track, man.
Yeah. That's the big misconception about rap or grime, is that it's like the one that I've heard, and because I listen to everything. My playlist goes from Black Sabbath to Eminem to Royce to 5'9" to like Frank Sinatra. I'll listen to anything. But the one thing is always consistent is it's dumb. It's dumb. It makes no sense. And it's like, well, no, when you got like you're spitting like you got a rhyme scheme that you're sticking to. You know, you've got multi-syllabled bars. Like you've got all of these things that you do. Do you now? When you're writing music, is that like off the cuff? What's your process like to when you're like, oh, I need to go?
It depends, because like, for example, if me and you are collaborating on a song and you send me like a draft of it, probably I'm gonna write the bar straight away on the spot, get everything done on the spot, and then go to record. But most of the time, like I write every day. But in terms of like every day, I've got like 4, 3, 6, 8, 12 bars that I write. It depends on how inspired I am and what actually catch my attention at the time. And then like what I do is a patching up of all these, ideas. And like I'm quite good in like trying to find like the topic in the middle of all these things that I wrote in different times, So that's why people really try to understand what I'm trying to say and really fuck with my music, because I feel like they can feel the different energies and the different state of minds that are in the song, because I write things in different times and like different periods of my life, and then I patch them up. And most of the time they make sense. I would say like 100% of the time they make sense, and also rhythmically and like soundly, and also like with the rhyme schemes and stuff, multi-syllables and that. I'm really, I try really to pay attention to that too, because it's something that I loved since the first time I discovered, for example, Busta Rhymes.
Insane.
And like, and I always wanted to like, do the same type of stuff. So that like it's something that I'm really, really careful to, keep there all the time in my rap. So I don't really have a style. It depends.
Now, Busta Rhymes is terrifying. Now his latest album,
Yes.
Look Over Your Shoulder,
Yes.
like just absolutely insane. And as a massive, I mean, diehard Eminem fan, I will say he is the only person I think I've ever heard on a track with Eminem with "Calm Down" that
Yeah.
actually probably beat him in, like, if you want to use beat him as a term, but that entire just kills it.
Friendly, but he just kills it. Like, and the thing, like, I saw him live twice, and like, trust me, if you do rap and you see Busta Rhymes rapping live, you're just gonna second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Even for a second, you can even be, like one of the toughest rappers, on the mic. But trust me, if you see Busta Rhymes live, probably you're gonna second guess yourself, like, oh, am I really doing the best? Am I really doing the right thing? Am I really in the right place?
I feel like
because
you need
the
that.
guy
Like,
is sick.
you need guys that you can look at and go, if you write something and then someone sends something to you and you're like, no, I can do better than that. I feel like you always need people above you, because that's how you get better,
Exactly, man. Like, that's why, for example, I listen to Jess. I don't, like, it's not that I don't rate my peers, like people on my level that I can rate and be like, yo, okay, nice, respect for what you're doing. I always try to listen to people that are like way above me, because that's where I'm aiming in terms of like skills, in terms of like talent, in terms of like artistry. Because like at the end, the competition is with you. Like the competition is with the man on like in the mirror. So at the end, like you just have to listen to people that that are better than you, because that is gonna take you to the next level.
Yeah, I mean,
because then you're gonna second guess whatever you're doing, and you try to do it the best. And if you fail, you try again. And I think that's the right thing.
And that's the great thing about music is, like we've said, it's forever evolving. So if you fail, that's okay. Like you can jump straight back in the studio, go again.
Yeah.
You've previously spoken about your music being aimed at forging a connection between British grime and Italian hip hop. Can you say a bit about that?
So yes, because at the end, like I feel like, as I said before, in Italy they don't really know about like grime culture, and they don't really know about the UK scene. Probably they don't even know about like how it is to live in UK. So being able to be, I won't say the ambassador, but the messenger of like the way of living of UK and its sound and like its images through videos and that is fundamental, because there's a lot of Italians that actually live here in UK. So I can represent them, and also I can represent like UK as well with its sound and with its images, and I can be the storyteller about it. So that's why I wanted to be like the bridge. And also in terms of like business, obviously like when things would be like really good and really big, I want to be the first person that would bring like proper like hardcore, like big established artists from UK to Italy, like being able to perform in front of like a lot of people, and like bring Skepta on stage and be like, yo, this is Skepta, this is my man Skepta, or this is my man DWE, or this is my man Wiley, like is my dream. So this is why I'm trying to do so. So yeah.
I think what I love and is that you sound like you're coming from a place of real honesty. I feel like, I hope that comes across in the music. I feel like people will appreciate that, because when you talk about it, you can feel your passion.
Because at the end, like I really believe in that. I really believe in like connecting the dots. I really believe in the fact that talent can bring you all the blessings if you really believe in it. As Wiley said, if you spit from the heart, you can't go wrong. If you straight from the heart, you can't go wrong. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put myself into my music 100%, and probably it won't go wrong.
No, absolutely. Just keep doing it. You took part in Italy's Got Talent. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, that was in 2013. I remember that. Let me switch this one off because I prefer without it. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're all good.
Okay, that's good. So in 2013, after a couple of like freestyle battles, I got to know my first manager, that was Master Five. There's a really big name in Italy, like in the underground scene. He became a manager, and in the plan of trying to bring awareness to my name, we decided to actually go to Italy's Got Talent. We didn't have a plan. It was just to put the name out there. This is Blackson. Emmanuel Simpson is a rapper, and he wants to do this. It didn't go well because at the end, like I think I just passed the first round, but then like I got kicked out, not because of nothing, but because there were too many participants. So then they needed to decide who was passing and who not. So, but that brought a lot of attention on like me as an artist. Like all my city got to know that I was serious about doing music. So that helped me a lot for the next years, because then after that I went on MTV. That was for a freestyle battle. It was one of the first, no, probably the first freestyle battle on TV in Italy. So that gave me a boost as well in terms of like fans and followers. And yeah, so then that helped me to actually bring awareness again to my name, and actually like build a fan base.
Yeah, absolutely. You're now living in the UK. How do most British grime MCs take to the Italian language MC here? What's the general reception like?
Well, like it's always that, like, oh man, that sounds sick, but I don't understand what you're saying, man. I wish I could understand what you're saying because it sounds sick. True that, but then like my social speaks for me, because like whenever I drop something, there's a lot of people that like Italian like fans that they really really rate what I'm doing right now, because it's like I'm building that momentum to get to that next stage, next level, where like things will be more established and more, let's say, mainstream. So the thing is, like, my socials talk for me, because if you go to my socials and you don't speak Italian, if you see my freestyles, or you see the comments on like when I release something, you can see that people really, really, really like what I'm doing, because at the end, the language barrier can be something that can be like a turn off for many people, but at the end the energy, man, doesn't lie.
Yeah.
The energy doesn't lie, man, and like that's the thing that I'm trying to do now. Like my dream is to get to an international level where people will spit bars in Italian, even though they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're singing, but because of the energy, or because of like how this thing became big, you definitely want to do it still. Like I remember before learning English, I was singing Eminem without actually understanding what he was saying. So what would, like, you understand? Like
Yeah.
music is
It's
I'll say,
universal.
I call it like universal language.
Yeah.
It goes beyond, like, beyond the language barrier. So yeah, like they rate me, but they don't understand what I'm saying. So it's kind of awkward. They don't know how to take me. But I think it's just because it's just about time. If I blow up tomorrow, they're gonna be like, nah, we knew that Blackson was good.
Yeah. If I feel like if they feel the energy, they feel the place you're coming from, they feel everything. Like you don't have to understand it, but if you listen to any Joyner Lucas, like for example,
Exactly, yeah.
you feel that. Like it doesn't matter what the song is. You just smash it on random. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, and I feel like it, in that's the great thing about it being universal, is you can do that. And I think that's great if you can blend
Yes,
the
exactly.
two. Yeah. Some of your lyrical content seems poetic from reading the subtitles on YouTube,
Yeah.
and very different from the crime related topics that are in a lot of grime songs. Did you make a deliberate decision to be different, or was it just natural for you?
It's just natural to me, because the way Italians rap is really poetic. There's a lot of metaphors. There's a lot of like try to make people imagine, to make people imagine what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
more than actual, like spitting it like straightforward. So probably that became part of the way I rap as well.
Okay. And when you were asked on Magazine which artist you'd never be seen dead supporting, you mentioned Bradford rapper Blazer Bockel. Is there any
Yeah.
specific animosity between the two of you, or do you just not like his music?
Oh no. Maybe I think that thing is probably a misunderstanding in my part, because I thought they were saying what do like the rapper that you really rate. That was my misunderstanding, to be honest.
Oh no, it's you'd never be seen dead supporting. So like you wouldn't support
No.
no matter what.
Oh no.
Oh, so we got to clear this up.
No, probably yeah. Like I'm just gonna rectify here live that Blazer Boko is actually one of the rappers that I really rate from the Yorkshire. And if I really said that, is just a misunderstanding in my part, because probably I didn't understand that statement there. But like Blazer Boko is my bro. Like I always rated him. I always supported him like in many
Yeah.
ways, and like I'll always support him, even though maybe I don't know, maybe if he reads this, it might look like I don't rate him at all. But like I'm not looking for beef and stuff like that. I just I just made an honest mistake, to be honest.
Coming from the rap battle scene though, if
Yeah.
someone was looking for beef, how confident are you feeling? That sounded like I was gonna rap battle you. I 100% am not.
Yeah, like to be honest, like for example, yeah, if the type like if the MC is like British, probably I'm gonna feel a bit tense, because most of the people will not rate the bars straight away, because I need to put subtitles and stuff like that. So I'll need to do the double of the work.
Yeah.
But at the end, I feel like as a like a battle rapper, I can still do it.
Yeah.
If the rapper is Italian, I feel confident. Like there's
When
no chance.
when you're standing opposite someone and say if he goes first and he's like ripping you apart,
Yeah.
what's your process? What do you do?
Like for example, if you are like the contestant, right, and like you go first and you ripping me apart, probably I'm gonna start and flipping all the things that you saying against me back to you.
Yeah.
I call it boomerang.
Yeah. It's
That
do you
type
know
of
what? Sorry, it's one of my
like,
favorite things from.
I'm gonna listen to whatever you saying exactly, man, and try to flip it against you.
Yeah. It's the thing with the Rap Devil kill shot. I don't know if you listened to
Exactly.
that,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
Eminem's that entire track was just flipping everything back, just
Exactly. That's the thing.
everything.
That's what we do. Like we
Like,
rappers that we done like rap battles. Like it's not about trying to get something that is bigger than yours. Like in terms of like what you said. Nah, like because probably you are trying to create the massive punchline
yeah,
of all time. So I need to use your energy and against you. So basically, it's like you're trying to punch me, and then I use your weight to lift you up and
yeah,
smack you on the ground. You understand?
no, 100%.
So yeah, that's the thing in rap, like in rap battle especially.
Then if you can do it, when that verse starts and it's like Rihanna just hit me back on a text last night. I left hickeys on, and like as soon as you did that, you're like, okay, he's done, he's out.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
Because come on, man. Like because most of the time, what happens is like you listen to the first one and you feel like, oh gosh, what is Eminem's gonna say? And then it's just simple, because then you just like Eminem just flips everything against the guy, and then you feel like, oh gosh, I didn't even expect him to do so, because
he
normally,
he disassembles him like a sniper rifle in that battle and then just
yeah,
leaves the
absolutely.
broken pieces. You have appeared on Risky Roadz YouTube channel, which is quite a well-known platform for grime. How did that come about, and what was the experience like?
Basically, that thing came about really simple. Like, I think at that time I was dropping a lot of like grime freestyles and doing a lot of like rap challenges and stuff. So I think one of my video came across to Risky Roadz. And basically, what happened was that he contacted me on Instagram and it was like, "Yo, you're sick. Would you like to drop like a video for my worldwide series, and I was like, why not? So then I called one of my friends at the time that was Long Mondays, that is actually the one that shot the video for Never Back Down. And I was like, yo, this was before Never Back Down. And I was like, yo, I got this thing with Risky Roadz. And it was like, what? Nah, man, you just joking. I was like, no, I'm not messing around. I'm quite serious. You asked me to do this stuff. So can we please shoot a freestyle for me? And he was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And that was it. We shot the video, we sent it to him. And after 3 months, he just sent me another message. It was like, yo, next week we're gonna drop it. And I was like, okay.
What came after? What came after that? What was the reception like to what you put out?
Like people rated it. For example, I saw like a couple of reactions from Americans that like they liked it. I was expecting more views, but obviously, like because at the time my name wasn't that big like now. Not I'm saying that my name is big now, but at least like people know me better now. Um, yeah, maybe the reception, it wasn't like extraordinary, but at the same time, I feel like there was a lot of respect.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of respect. So I rate that.
How do you handle stuff like message boards and like comment sections? Do you avoid, or do you jump straight in?
Honestly, I read and I laugh.
You laugh.
Yeah, because at the end, like if you spend 5 minutes of your life commenting what I'm doing, that means that it's your problem, it's not mine. I'm trying to make it. I'm like, probably this thing is gonna make me rich, and you are there using your time that you could use for something more beneficial for your life, commenting my stuff. You're the loser, not me.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? It's the best thing about the internet is also the worst. It's that everyone's got the ability to go on and write what they want.
Yeah, exactly. But like you can even write insults about myself, my family, whatever, man. I don't care. Like, because at the end, like if you do music, you exposing yourself to the public. At the end, like you need to have a thick skin. And so because of that, you need to understand human psychology. Human psychology is always full of hate, full of like nasty stuff. It's always gonna be like that. Nobody's gonna change it. So at the end, I think if you take comments too seriously, man, as an artist, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
So I just even the positive ones, sometimes they're not true. They're not coming from an honest, from an honest point of view. So like, I prefer like a DM. I prefer like a private message that you send me because you really rate me, instead of like a comment just to look like you're really supporting me. And then when I drop my album, maybe you're not even buying the CD. You understand?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get that. Now, your music is unashamedly Italian in a genre that even a lot of British artists from outside London adopt a London accent. Was that a conscious decision? And do you think that staying true to your roots makes it easier or more difficult for you to gain recognition?
Well, staying true to myself, honestly, yes, it is like a double-edged sword. Like, yes, it's gonna help me on the long run, because then people are gonna say, no, Blackson is original. He's not trying to imitate like the London accent or whatever. But at the same time, like it will take me more time to be established, because people will try to understand what I'm saying. So I need to find more ways to actually get my message across.
Yeah, no, I get you. And you were involved in rap battling in Italy and did well in a few competitions. Do you have plans to be involved in anything like that in the UK?
No, to be honest, no, because like my era of like battling is, I won't say over, but yeah, probably yeah, is over. Like I really rate like the battle rappers. I like to do freestyle if we're just chilling around, whatever, but like going on stage again and like battling, especially in English with me rapping in Italian, it will make sense. So yeah.
You've also done a bit of acting, and you starred in a short film called Skin about a racist Italian who wakes up one morning with black skin. Can you say a bit about that?
Yeah, basically that was in 2011. I got contacted by Andrea Stefani. That is actually like let's say the filmmaker of this short film, And he told me that because we live in Verona, that is actually one of the most racist cities in all Italy, and because of that problem actually being rampant at that time, he just had this idea of using the metamorphosis of Kafka, but in a film. So he just wanted me to be part of it. At the time, I was like, you know what, let me experiment the fact of acting and see if it's actually gonna be a good fit for me. And it actually was, to be honest. I never had any other chance to actually act, but I really enjoyed it. It was a really nice vibe. It took us days, I would say months, to actually get it completed, get it done, but it was really good. It was really good. I
It's
liked it.
a process, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, because at the end, you don't have all day. It's not like a video clip that you take one day and then you shoot and that's it. Because you have a script. Even though you have a script, the scenes are so many, and the dialogues, there wasn't too many dialogues, but the scenes were so many, and I needed to, um, make some emotions come out.
Yeah.
That we needed to re-record so many times, because he wanted exactly a certain type of emotion coming out from a certain scene. So it took us ages, really. I'm not gonna lie.
Would you do it again?
Yes, definitely yes. I'd love to act. Maybe with more dialogues as well, proper acting. But yeah, I'd like to do it again.
Absolutely. You've. What was the reaction or reception to the film been like so far?
No, the reaction was massive, to be honest. I think we won a film festival in our city, because I think it was rated one of the best short film with a message. I think best message or something. I don't know exactly what is the title, but yeah, because this festival was held in Verona University, and there was many short films that were participating into this, and we won. And I remember that we were there, and after the film, everybody just stand up and applauded it. So it was really a good feedback for real. I liked it.
You got to watch firsthand as people applauded your.
Yes, once we finish, also, I'm gonna say that once we finish shooting the video, we needed to go to a studio to actually do the voiceover as well, to make it really tight. So um in that occasion, then once we finished the voiceover, before actually showing it, uh, all the actors plus the filmmaker, we just sat down one day and we watched it, and then to celebrate, we went to have something to eat. So we had a dinner, so it was really good.
It sounds like a great experience. And
Yeah,
finally, our final question:
yeah.
what can we expect from you throughout the years to come? What's your end goal? I suppose end goal is probably not the right term, but what's your main goal, and then other things you want to get done?
Well, so my main goal is to make sure that many Afro-Italian artists get the recognition and get the space in the industry, not only performing or being as artists, but even in the various aspects of the industry, because there are so many talented people, filmmakers, photographers, stylists, whatever you name it. There's a lot of talent that is actually flying away from Italy to find to fulfill the dreams somewhere else. And I feel like I want to be one of the figures that is actually going to make sure that these people can find their own way, fulfill their dreams in Italy or somewhere else. And in terms of myself, I'll still continue to do music until I feel like is no more needed. And probably I like to start managing someone as well.
Okay, bringing up some new
Yeah, some new
artists.
talent, because I think with all this years of experience, I developed a vision that can be embodied by someone. I
I,
just need to maybe find someone will actually have the same type of vision and start working together. So
I
yeah,
think
definitely.
that's
Yeah.
fantastic. If you've got the opportunity to bring someone else up with that experience,
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah,
I think like that's the best. I think is one of the best feeling, like to see that your vision actually became true and like is manifesting in like success. Because at the
yeah,
end, like that's I think the ultimate stage of like creation. You know, like something abstract that then becomes like really physical and manifested in like in real time is really good.
absolutely. And finally, can you please tell everyone watching all of the, or also tell everyone that watches this video to subscribe as well. Before that, tell them where they can find you and where they can listen to your music.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook at Call Me Blackson, Instagram at Call Me Blackson, Twitter at Call Me Blackson, and YouTube. And you can find me at Call Me Blackson TV, and Spotify as well. You just have to put Blackson, the first one that's gonna come out. You can listen to the new album Outside that is out, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Like, comment, hit the bell, do all of that. Jump into the comments and say something nice or not. It's up to you. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate
Respect to
it.
everyone.
And thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much
much.
for chatting. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Bye, everyone. Peace.